I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the At Random Podcast. I am your host of today. My name is Andy, and I am joined by Alex and nobody else.
Nope, nobody else, just me.
Because she refused to be here. She said our listeners suck, and I fucking agree. You all blow the big one. You can suck a dick. Especially you guys in India who give us a lot of listeners and shit like that.
Oh, wow, that's a great way to keep them.
I'm going to be railing from the audience from now on.
Fuck,
like, I
trying to
think
sabotage us.
Yeah, I think that's my new job here.
Yep.
This podcast is just railing on listeners.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, we're like gaining in popularity.
Yeah.
Let's just nuke that. Let's stop that dead in its tracks.
Someone has to not like them. What? We all gotta think
It's
they're
true.
fucking amazing and they, fucking thank you for listening and fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think all those YouTubers, man, like behind the scenes, they're always like, fuck, man. Like, look at this dipshit who wrote this comment on my video. Like, fuck him. Like, behind the scenes, they don't
It's
care.
like porn stars would never fuck their fans. They don't do that. That is not an actual thing.
They do for money. If you pay them a lot of money.
Well, if you pay me a lot of money, I'll say something nice about you, but not about the other listeners. They have to pay me too. If you give the At Random Podcast €1, I will say something nice about you. And you can donate at www.gosuckadickyouffuckingjerkoff.com. Yeah, it's the fucking...
I don't think Andy, you can tell he didn't script this intro.
I didn't.
You got stuck.
I know it's hard to tell, but I didn't.
Oh, God. How you doing? How was your week?
My week was fine. My week was lovely. I worked, I ate cement, and that was it.
Sounds like a healthy lifestyle, to be honest.
It's a dad lifestyle. That's what it was. Yep. It was like one of those robotic weeks. It's like a week in the garbage can, I wouldn't call it, because basically what I did was nothing at all.
Yeah, so the week just like it came and it went. Yeah. It was just like, it was a week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Did you sand your tables back?
There was no screaming Asian lady at the train because I was, saying something filthy, or there was no, weird shit going on this week.
That was because there was no Asian lady on the train. You were still saying offensive things. Oh, yeah. There's just no one there to hear them, right?
I can't get on a bus without saying something rude.
Yeah, true.
I mean, no
pregnant. Hey, it's his fault for being a bus driver, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I like bus drivers because I don't want to drive myself when I'm drunk.
They fucking suck. They all fucking suck. Bus drivers suck. Our listeners suck. They all fucking suck. Asian ladies suck.
Answer me this. I don't know if it's the same in Belgium, but here the bus drivers either drive like half the speed limit or like 50% above it. They're maniacs. They're either maniacs or like old grandmas. They,
what? I genuinely, I think our system with bus line drivers is pretty good. We have like special lanes for it and shit like that. Yeah. But the only thing we do have is retard drivers. I don't know if I can still use that word, but there is no other word to describe these people in Belgium. They're basically either very, very fucking late or angry because they're on time.
Yeah, like, what do you mean I was here when I was supposed to be?
Like,
fuck off.
It's like when the passengers are happy, they aren't. That's not
Maybe they get paid bonuses based on per minute that they're late, which is why buses are always late.
Yeah. That's a big problem here. And dude, I wanted to think about public transport that every time it comes up, I think about, and I fucking love this idea. What they do here, I said do. What they do here in Belgium is whenever they go on strike, they just don't drive their buses, right? I bet it's in Sweden, it's the same. All right, so did you hear about Japan? I think it's either Japan or China, as Trump would say it. It's either Japan or China. Do you know what? I think it's Japan. Do you know what they do when they go on strike? They still work. They still get to the places on time. Yeah, they don't have people paying.
See, that's the much
That's
better
the
way.
fucking only way you can go on strike is to go to your work and cost your boss money.
Plus, if you want goodwill, right? Because it's public transport, so it's funded by taxpayers. And if you just don't do your job and don't come, so your taxpayer doesn't get to work, they're not going to be on your side. But if you just let them get on the bus and be like, no, fuck it, don't pay, man. Like, fuck these guys. They'll be on your side. They'll be like, give the guy a raise.
Yeah, it's absolutely
genius.
The only way, I think this should be implemented in any fucking striking fucking thing is just go to your work but do something that damages your boss. Like you can go to work so you get paid but you don't actually work. And these people, they drive around so they're still doing something, you know.
Yeah, costing the company money, not having passengers pay.
What if I went to the factory and I did nothing else but just be there and clean up? I would have still had worked that day. I just wouldn't have made my boss money.
Exactly. I mean, it's brilliant. Japan, man, like they really are living in 30-20, while the rest of us are stuck in this hellhole. They got their
finger on the fucking dot.
Oh, there they have.
Their buses are never late, by the way. Did you know this?
Yeah, dude, they apologize if it's like 20 seconds late.
You can fucking put your clock to a bus and it will run correctly. Dude,
there was a thing, I think it was earlier this year, where a train was 26 seconds late.
Yeah.
Leaving a platform where no one got on the train or off. And they issued a public apology.
Yeah.
Here, they're like, oh, if it's like up to an hour late, like, we're not going to like compensate you. They're like, oh,
maybe
off,
we'll send another one.
Yeah, maybe you'll get there. Maybe we'll compensate you with 50% of the fare. You're like, 50%?
If you like us on Facebook, maybe we'll reimburse you.
Yeah, if you abuse us enough on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good public transport session on podcast. Right? I'm Alex. See ya.
That was our show for today. Well, no, actually, we can go from trades to the thing I was going to talk about because we're going to talk about porn today. So, you know,
wait, are you running a train?
There's trains in porn. You know, there's different kinds of trains.
That's true.
It's like the image of the white girl with the 5 black guys behind her comes to mind.
Dude, I put that up on a meeting for work last week as a background on a meeting when I was talking with my colleagues in a morning stand-up meeting. They lost their shit. So I was like, this is how I feel today. This is how I feel.
But you do computer shit, so they should expect something like that from you.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is how I feel today. Like, I feel like I'm about to be gangbanged by work. Like, there was just too much to do. Yeah, there was just too much to do. But then, I got through it. Left with a big smile like she did after that video was inevitably filmed.
I don't think that wasn't a smile. That was just plastered. I don't think her face would move anywhere else than what that last... Anyway. Well, anyway... I'm gonna get, like, it's gonna be about porn, right? I told you before we started recording. What kind of a porn do you think? Because I told you we were gonna involve Reddit. We're gonna involve
you said something about Reddit.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhat darkish.
Is it some sort of military, like, sexually charged incel thing? So it's probably like complete and utter humiliation, like torture of women or something.
It is. I wouldn't classify it as that, but then again, I would. It's the weirdest fucking thing, and I talked to you guys about it. By the way, just for the people knowing, we're on. We record our episodes on Discord, and you can join it by clicking the link in the description down below. But Ali is listening in, so she's here just in case anybody wondering. She's just not able to give comments and blah 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 blah. She's feeling a little bit sickish.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we talked about this with Ali in the beginning, and I thought this would be an episode that she would like.
Oh, is this cuckolding and like doms and subs?
It's not cuckolding.
Oh, BDSM.
It's way better. It's way better. It's a specific type of porn that is more in its category known and loved than any other thing I've seen. BDSM comes closest to it because, like, BDSM to some people is an actual fetish. Like, it's the beautiful way to tie a knot, to tie somebody up. It's like, to tie your tits up and blah 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 blah. It's like beautiful knots they make, and like they have their special little outfits and shit like that.
I wonder if many of those people were people abused at Scouts, so they have a fetish. They know knots. and then they were a bit mistreated, so they appreciate a good knot in their sexual life.
If you are into BDSM and you are a female, I suggest going to a Boy Scout and just trying to hook up there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Or like a sailor.
They'll tie you up tighter knots than any fucking damned man fucking can. Yeah, those boys know their knots.
Or a pig shooter, pig hunter, because they know how to like hog tie, like legit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or one of those cattle ranchers, with a big lasso. You just run away from him and he drags you back in. I ain't done with you, bitch. Get back here. Oh, God, no. No. But this is... God. Before we get to actual rape and murder, let's just go on and talk about what we're going to talk about. I talked about this. We had a spreadsheet when we started the show about all the subjects that we wanted to do. One of the subjects was something that I suggested that I came across already, but never fully looked into. I did it this last couple of months. It's fucked, and it's called sissification or feminization.
Okay, yeah.
It is dude, it's on the surface. I get, like, I'm bisexual. I get it. On the surface, I get it. The further you take that yellow brick road, you come across some tin men and lion characters and flying monkeys and all that.
So
shit.
Enlighten me. What is this sissy porn?
Let's talk surface first. Let's talk pure fucking surface first. On the surface, sissy porn is basically porn that gives you flashing images that change your taste from being straight to being somewhat more on the feminine side of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. So one could be looking at these videos and this is all mostly porn before I get into anything else, because there's other divergent paths away from that. Yeah. But the main thing I found is the porn. It's like video after video of hypno porn, it's called. There's actually you have Pornhub, which, by the way, thank you, Pornhub. You can hashtag them in this when you promote this episode, because Pornhub, I ordered my new Pornhub t-shirt with the cum stain on it, and I have not yet received it, but I'm looking for it. The 29th, it's going to be in my mailbox, and I'm going to be wearing it during the show.
And then you're going to add a couple extra stains.
Oh, yeah.
Of your own.
You betcha. You have Pornhub, which is a sort of porn tube, one would say. Different videos that are in it.
Yep.
There's an actual hypno porn tube sort of thing. So a website specially designed to only show you hypnotic videos to become more female.
Yeah. So these are like videos of people being hypnotized from being like straight men into... No?
No. These are videos that give you the suggestion that would link one pleasure to another. And on the surface, it seems okay. But, and this is a big but, and I like big butts, and I cannot lie. But...
There it is.
Can't say one thing without the other.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is, it can rewire your brain. Mm-hmm. This is the only reason I wanted to talk about this, is because there is truth to the madness. And it's so spectacularly, like, it's so well put together. I cannot think of a thing that would work on this better. You know how there's women that have something happen in their life, something very harsh, and at the end of the road, the further they grow up, because they've been through it for years, they tend to change their sexual preference from vanilla to a little more harsher sex. Yeah. And that might be fucked up in some ways, but it's really not. It's just the way your brain is wired. Like, your brain makes new... And I want our listeners to understand that if this is a fetish of yours or whatever, it's okay to have something dramatic happen in your life and then have a sort of rougher sex involved in your adult life, because that's what speaks to you. It's because there's no shame in it, because that's how your brain got wired. It wired a sort of pain to a pleasure.
Yeah.
And that's why you would like then that. With sissification and feminization, it works the exact same way. The only difference is that these aren't only young people. The thing is, since we've been using Discord, I've joined a couple of groups talking about science and talking about shit and talking about this and that.
Yep.
So I looked up if there are any groups from this, and I found one. I found a group that has these people in them.
Yep.
And this is honest to God, these are some of the nicest and most honest people I've talked to throughout my investigating shit. And they're not high and mighty. They're not they're very down to earth, very normal people.
Yeah, they're just like a regular Joe.
Exactly. What struck me is that a lot of these people aren't feminized in their normal day lives. They're just in it for the sex part. They want to be feminized in a sexual area. That gives them gratification. That doesn't mean they can't enjoy any other sex. I mean, they still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's a kink they have that, and what I've heard most described is that it comes on and off. If you would think of the ebb and the flow from the ocean, sometimes it comes in, then it comes back, and it's like in pulses, it comes and goes.
So what sort of stuff are they does it make them do they get into once they get down the rabbit hole? Like what type of acts or
That's the thing. There's apparently there's, from what I've seen, there's different gradations in hypnotic videos they watch. One of the main things that destroyed that sort of category and where a lot of people met each other was on Tumblr. Tumblr was huge for sissies as far whenever I talk to these people, that's one thing that was always talked about, that it was a shame that Tumblr chose to go the way it went.
Yeah, well, they basically killed themselves.
Yeah, they did.
Idiots.
So the thing is, it goes in gradation. So you start off with flashing imagery, right? Of a female, and it has music on the background. I checked out a couple of these videos.
Just like a normal, not naked or anything, just a woman.
No. These are different women. They're flashes. They're like a brunette on your screen with a big ass.
Okay.
And then there's a blonde on your screen, and it just flashes one thing after the other for you. And gradually, as further as the video goes, that changes from a naked woman to either a cock up close or a gigantic fucking dick, and it keeps giving you very fast flashes of text, you want this, and you don't want her, you want to be her, and blah 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 blah. And so it keeps on flashing, and it gives you music. Sometimes, of course, with a spiraling hypno effect on the background and stuff like that. It all depends what video. But so basically, a video explained is basically that. It's fast images. It's women sucking cock, and then they persuade you from being the guy that fucks during the video towards the point where you are the girl that is being fucked by the guy.
Yeah. So rather than normally as a guy watching porn, you look from the giving perspective. You're the you're the guy.
Yeah. You want to be the guy that fucks the girl. But this video persuades you there's gratification. It doesn't flip it. It persuades you that there is gratification in the other side as well.
Yeah.
Which makes you think about that, and slowly, if you keep watching this shit, it rewires your brain entirely to the point of no return, where you just sissy fag, as they would call it often, or a cum bucket, as they are lovingly referred to occasionally. No. These aren't sweetie cutesy words. I mean,
no, they're very
literally they're fucking cum slut galore.
They're very
what they are.
graphically violent.
But I get dude, I can tell you right now. Wait, hold on. Let me pull up this stuff. Just stick with me here for a second.
Yeah.
The group I am in on Discord has 8,707 people in it, which is for Discord. I mean,
yep. Imagine
that is a pretty solid group.
It is. Imagine their not safe for work channel.
They do have a safe for work channel.
Oh,
honestly, yeah, they have like. Wait, hold on. Let me go through the channels here. I don't even know if I can do this, but like, fuck it. So they have like an announcement channels, event, community updates, community events, comfy chat, horny chat, of course, question of the day, birthdays, intro chat, introductions, conversation games, ask to DM, respectfully,
that's kind of a nice thing.
All this happens on a very in a very safe way. Advice is a channel they have as well for people who are new and shit like that. Safe for work selfies, safe for work videos, shit post, pets, music box, DM cringe is for people who got like DMs and like they don't want them, because not every guy in this, and like not every boy that does this or is like a gender bender wants to be DM'd and be
of course
people not. Some people of them they actually feel like they were born in the wrong body, and this is just a kink they have, but it's like gambling and games, Pokemon, then of course the hypno sessions, confessions, anonymous confessions, chastity, because a lot of them wear chastity because the clit has to be caged. Gaming, which is the best way to write it is GAYMING, so gaming, art, sports, food and recipes, beauty and fitness, anime and manga, tech and programming, books so and comics, TV and movie, literotica. I mean, they have it all.
Community. Like a legitimate,
absolute
almost
community.
Like its own social networking, like website. Almost you can go into any channel you want, talk about what you want.
So much, dude. I thought, like, when I looked at this, I was like, there's not enough here to talk about. Like that.
Yeah.
The more I got into it, like the more I found out that these people actually, and they're so nice. They are so nice.
They're like the Mormons of kinks, like people with kinks.
But all right, so I do have specifics here that I talked about to the main person from that Discord group.
Yep.
So you have different roles you can give yourself, right? In this Discord, the roles are male, female, trans, femboy, sissy, non-binary, bigender, gender fluid, or other. All right. So these are basically all people that like it up the butt and like to give it up the butt.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guess which one is the most. So it's male, female, trans, femboy, sissy, non-binary, bigender, gender fluid, and other.
Femboy.
No.
Male.
Absolutely right. So basically meaning that there's a lot of people out there that don't mind a little dangle between the legs when they're fucking.
Yeah. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
No matter how rude it might be to say that, but that's what it comes down to, is that I found that there is a whole bunch of guys calling themselves heterosexuals, and Lord knows I'm not the one to tell you you are or you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally had cum drip down my chin, so like, I mean,
you are a cum dumpster.
I am
a
cum dump, yeah. No, look, in all honesty, I'm not one to judge what they, but it astounds me how many heterosexuals are into that, because these guys, we've all watched a trap guy that disguised himself so well Think about Bella Delphine, who we thought, is she really a girl? There was a lot of discussion about if she was a girl or not.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the end of the day, if she looks that good, do you really give a shit? As the idea behind it, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It was surprising to me how many heterosexual guys were into this. And not only to, fuck one of these femboys or these sissies, but also to be one. I've actually talked to married individuals who, whilst their wife was not home, were into that.
Yeah.
The reason I wanted to talk about it specifically, because like everybody does what he wants to do. I don't give a shit. We don't judge here. We make a lot of fun and like we jest and we be assholes and shit like that. But we don't really judge.
You do whatever. Like you do what you do.
I don't think like as far as you go, as far as Ali goes, I'd be weirded out if you guys judged me on something I said, because I've said so much already.
It's too late for that now, to be honest.
I think when your wife told me like a day or two ago that she wasn't feeling that well and blah 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 blah, I think one of the things that I said to her was, and this was in a group chat, by the way, Alex was there as well. I think one of the things I said was hugs and anal or something like that. Yeah, it was.
It
was
maybe
just like widely accepted.
It could have cured her. I don't know. She said no. And now she's still sick, so maybe anal is the cure. And these sissy people, like, they're onto it.
Yeah.
They're living a happy life. They're healthy.
Look, Alex, I'm not saying do her anally tonight, but like at least,
just a tip.
Just a tip. No, but so here's when it gets interesting. So I went, because I didn't want to expose myself to that, because I am a married man and I don't want to fuck up my own life. I watched 1 or 2 or 3 videos, but like I just, there was a part of me saying, like, especially in my situation, because I'm bi, like I already like cock, so there's more temptation out there in the world than the regular heterosexual, because they're heterosexual. He sees a cute girl and he's like, oh, that's a cute girl.
Nice.
I see a cute guy and I'm like, look at the ass on that.
And a cute girl.
And a cute girl, yeah.
Everywhere you look, you're just like erection.
I'd fuck him and his girlfriend.
Exactly.
In that order. But so I was not prepared to put myself on the line, but I started looking into people who did. And I was right not to do that. Because, like, holy fuck, did I found some stuff that was somewhat disturbing, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, some people took this to heart. Like, does this actually work? Like, this hypno shit. Like, it's flashing imagery and blah, 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 blah.
It's almost like a challenge to themselves. Like, does it work? And, like, took it next level.
All right. Yeah. So what we're going to do when we're going to talk about is we're going to walk through somebody who did it.
All right.
I found this on a lovely website called Reddit.com. Reddit. That's a weird website. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think is what it's called.
Ah, okay. So it's French.
Yeah, it is.
It's reddit.fr. Now, it's reddit.com, of course, like where you find all the weird shit in the world.
Yeah. Well, the weird shit that's too tame for 4chan.
Yeah.
Or 8chan or whatever they have now.
The mess that is 4chan, or was 4chan. Does that website still exist?
I think it's 8chan now or something.
Is it?
I think so, because they took 4chan down, so they're like, well, fuck it, we'll just make another one.
All right, well.
As you do. Fucking incels.
Of course. So, this is what I thought was very interesting, because you can actually see what happens and how your brain rewires itself somewhat.
Yeah.
So it's called Sissy Diary Day 1. Does it really work? It says, "Hello everyone, I don't want to make this too long to read, so I'll get to the point. I am a 19-year-old, very straight male, and I have a lot of free time. As I was going through my regular sexual tasks, my mind kept being distracted by this whole erotic hypnosis idea. I tried to keep my mind off it, but it all just seems way too interesting. Sissy Hypno had a great community and following, which I didn't know back then, but like it is true. It's actually a very nice community.
Yeah,
it has a great community and following, and as a fun experiment, I'm going to commit myself to watching and listening to every bit of Sissy Hypno's media, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm very excited, as it seems very fun. Note that he says that he was a very straight male. He just wanted to put himself in that position to seem, to see what it was like.
Probably went to his friends and like, hey, dude, like, you see these gay guys doing this shit, dude? It won't happen to me. That's probably what it was, 19-year-old with his friends, just like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it like for $10 for a challenge, or like a 20-pack of nuggets.
Just suck a dick and be over with it. Don't do that. But anyway, something in the back of my mind has always liked the sissy idea, so I'm interested to see the outcome. So at this point, I would say that he's a very straight male that is not so very straight, that has tendencies but maybe never acted towards them.
Yeah.
Still, in all perspectives, in all instances, he's still straight in my view. He's just a guy that has some questions, but he wants to put his, money where his mouth is.
He's also only 19, so like,
Which also could be into account that this is a very suggestible age. Although I don't know if 19 is still such a suggestible age as like 14,
you start
15, 16.
Maybe becoming more comfortable around that age and exploring things a bit more. You get a bit older.
Oh yeah, true. Well, anyway, for the next weeks, I'm going to watch Sissy Hypnosis videos and do Sissy tasks every night and all day if I'm free, starting tonight. I look forward to starting. You can read along if you want, as though some of you lovely people may be interested in this. Please leave any Sissy Hypno media in the comments you think I should watch tonight. Also, any tips on things I can do to become a beautiful sissy. I'll write my next post same time tomorrow to see how I feel after the first day. Thank you.
What is a sissy act? He's like during the day all the time doing sissy acts.
Well, that's the thing.
Tasks. Sorry, I think he said tasks.
There's guys, and that's the reason why I want to talk about it. Because I do believe there's danger in it, and I want to warn people towards this, because genuinely I believe if you take it too far, it might be a very dangerous thing to do, because like I said, you're absolutely rewiring your brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily saying it's wrong, but like, don't fall in the rabbit hole and then...
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying do whatever you want to do. But if you rewire your brain, get used to the life you chose.
Yeah, so just be aware that can have consequences.
I'm not saying it's gonna rewire your brain to the point where it's gonna ebb and flow. If you're gonna go through with this, and if you do it fucking completely, you're gonna rewire your brain where it's just on and not an off switch anymore, unless you go to a professional.
Yeah.
Because it's literal form of slow hypnosis, I would say. It's the like, weirdest thing.
It's psychology. Like you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. This is
yourself.
Like. Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, anyway, day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this is day 2 of my Sissy Hypno experiment. If you haven't read the first one, you can read it here. Basically, I'm a straight male who's going to commit the whole next few weeks to watch every bit of Sissy Hypno I can, and we're going to see what happens. Should be fun. So, to get things started, a big thank you to everyone who sent me clips and gave advice. I got a better response than I expected. I think I have replied to all your comments and private messages sent. If not, I will ASAP. I watched a lot of videos last night, and I mean a lot. I covered all the ones I could find on Pornhub and as many as I could on Xhamster before finally ending up... Oh God, 2 best sites ever. Before finally ending up back here and following any links on this subreddit. Videos, Tumblr, GIFs, and more. I feel you get a lot more entranced if the video is better quality, and I found a lot of those linked on the subreddit. I think I saw more cocks last night than I have pussies my whole life. Haha.
Jesus Christ. One
video I really enjoy is this, then he links it. I watched that on repeat for a while. And this is the first little nudge in what I want to warn people about. I watched that on repeat a couple of times tonight. I think it's a good starter video because it plays on the idea of actually being turned on by cock in porn videos and not the women without realizing. Anyways, to the effects. Today I had a fairly normal day, but there was one big thing that got me. A lot of the videos I watched last night had regular pop songs in them. And this is true, by the way. It's like Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, all that.
Yep.
But he actually says it here. Some Nicki Minaj or Rihanna, very well-known pop songs. I thought nothing of it at the time, but as I was in the car today, one of Rihanna's songs from the video came on the radio, and out of nowhere, all I could think about was sissification. And the words that popped up in the video kept coming into my head like, you love cock, or you are a woman.
Right.
Did you hear that last bit?
Yeah, after like one night.
Yeah. So because he watched so many, probably, he linked, like, it's fresh in mind. So
yeah,
it comes to reason that if you watch a shit ton of something, you know, the day after you're going to be thinking something is going to trigger. It's not a really set thing at this point, but you can clearly see that there's a trigger somewhere that hasn't yet been linked to cock, but it's been linked to something.
Yep.
It's a soft link. Let's call it that.
Yeah. Yep.
And he said it himself. It caught me by surprise, and I quickly turned the radio off, but I was already in my mind, couldn't stop thinking about it, to the point of me coming home and downloading nearly 50 gigabytes of Sissy Hypno.
The fuck? Okay.
Everything from videos to audio to comic and binaural tracks. I had to jerk off to some Sissy videos before I could carry on with my day. See, that's the thing. I think his head went from that trigger, from the songs to the simple trigger, to a sort of like roundabout effect, where he just like kept thinking about it, and I can't think about it, but because I can't think about it, I'm thinking about it, and he kept going round and round.
Yeah.
But he says, all in all, I really enjoyed my first Sissy night, and I am very looking forward to seeing what goodies lie in my downloads tonight. I see a tiny effect happening so far, so we'll see how I am tomorrow. This is another thing that I noticed. He calls this a tiny effect. He clearly just stated that he needed to unload himself watching this because he did it the day before and it was fun and he felt good and blah blah blah. He's linking shit without even knowing it, because he's saying, I see a tiny effect. It's like, it's a song that turned me on. But what he refuses to acknowledge here is that he then went, because of that one little trigger, he then went on an entire spree of fucking watching this porn again. I mean, so this is not, in my eyes, this isn't a small, like, a little jab in the dark there.
It's not a healthy thing either to be, like, no matter what it was, to be, like, that obsessed with it after, like... Yeah. It's almost like it's heroin or something. Had it once and just chasing the dragon.
I don't think it's heroinish. I just think it's the think of finding a new form of porn and, like, being interesting in that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, thank you for the replies. Please keep sending me clips or any media you know, and I'll watch it all time to get on with my second night of Sissy fun. If you think I should talk about any certain bits of my transformation, please say. Hope you are all enjoying your week so far. Edits. Tomorrow I'm seeing my brother, who is a psychiatrist. I'm going to ask him what the best way to manipulate someone's behavior is. How can someone be made to hate one thing and love another? I'll post what he says. Thanks for reading. So that's the end of day 2.
Please tell me he actually came back with what his brother said. Wasn't one of those threads where they just disappear.
I think he posted it in there. Well, let's go to day 3. Hello everyone, this is day 3 of my Sissy hypno experiment. If you haven't read day 2, you can read it here. He links it. Basically, I'm straight white male who's committed the whole next few weeks to watching every bit of Sissy hypno I can, and we're going to see what happens. Should be fun. So to get started, a big thank you again, everyone who sent me clips and gave advice. Got an even better response to day 2 diary, and I'm having talks with some of you on here. Again, I think I have replied to all your comments and private messages. If not, I will ASAP. My video of the day is definitely this, and he links it. I still don't like the idea of having another guy's or even my own cum in my mouth. So this video is perfect for breaking down those barriers, which is basically just a cum swallowing video, I guess.
Yeah.
You cannot watch this video and not be at least a bit curious to try it. Such a hot video. Could make any man curious, I'd say. Anyway, to the effects. I seem to have got what I'm going to call the after effect. Do you know when you go to see a great movie or band you like, then the next day it keeps just popping in your head how amazing that day before... This is what we talked about before.
Yep.
How amazing that day before was and what you experienced. I seem to be having that with these Sissy nights I'm having. All I could think about today was being able to get home, write this diary, and dive deep into the world of Sissy. I feel like I don't exist... and I become this quote-unquote woman that everyone keeps telling me I am in the videos. I can see how this can be addictive. The effects of yesterday carried on as well today, but I didn't feel as shocked whenever a cock popped into my head or the words, "you are a woman," quote-unquote, lit from yesterday. I just sort of accepted it and carried on with my day which was peaceful and nice. Appearance-wise, I feel a tiny bit feminine, not a big difference, but I just keep catching glimpses of my reflection and thinking thoughts like, I feel much better without stubble, or I wonder what I'll look like with makeup on. Those thoughts are a lot stronger than yesterday. So, what will I do tonight? For starters, I spoke with my brother, who's a doctor in psychology, and asked him what way would be best to make someone love one thing and hate another. And he says association. Basically, assign the idea of one thing to something good in your life and the other to something bad. So, I had a big thought about this and came up with an idea. I created a minute-long audio clip that plays sounds I like for 15 seconds. So ASMR audio I enjoy, rain sounds, binaural beats, and anything that makes me feel relaxed and amazing. Then for next 15 seconds, there would be a really loud, high-pitched dog whistle type sound that really hurts my ears. My aim is to play this on repeat, and whilst listening, flick from a video of lesbian porn and girls playing with themselves to a video of cocks. My hope is that the pain from the high-pitched noise will get so unbearable that I'll just crave to hear the nice sound again and the cock videos. Hopefully after doing this for a while, I'll start to associate good feelings with cock and uncomfortable feelings with girl parts. Also, when I'm relaxed and happy, I'll think of cock and vice versa. If I see a cock, I'll feel happy and amazing, so I'm really looking forward to trying that tonight. I'll update tomorrow how it goes.
Fucking hell. What a fool.
So he's pushing it further, this buddy boy.
Yeah, but he's a fool. Why did he ruin vagina? He could have liked vagina and cock. Best of both worlds.
Could you though? Really? With hypnosis?
I don't know. But I mean, why would you also ruin vagina if you still like that? Keep that. Try to add cock to your repertoire.
Well, from what I noticed, reading these diaries, I genuinely don't think this guy was 100% straight to begin with.
It doesn't
like I said,
seem like it.
I genuinely believe there were a grain of curiosity, at least, in this guy's head.
And I would be amazed, like, how many people on that Discord within like 3 days or 2 or 3 days were having these sorts of like this much impact. Surely this is not like an average. Like, this guy seems to be taking it to the extreme.
Yeah, he pushes himself, but it does show a great importance of the danger of doing this.
Yeah, and not just in this context, but like any context, like getting obsessed with and trying to deliberately like change. Like you said, he was literally trying to match a sound he didn't like with like something he does vagina, so that he didn't like it anymore. Like that's fucking
exactly.
like insane. If you ask
but
me.
Yeah, this guy pushes the envelope, and
he goes eventually past it.
Well, he says on day 4, my video of the day is this, so he links it. It's very repetitive, but after a bit, you get lost in it, and it really feels like your mind is changing. Very hot. I'm not purposely choosing the BBC ones. Just a lot of the good quality ones seem to be BBC based. For the people out there that don't know what BBC is,
the British Broadcasting Corporation.
And there you go. No, it's a big black cock. And boy, they big. But anyway, to the effects. The association thing I did last night felt very effective. I don't know if it's strictly because of that, but I feel a lot more comfortable now when seeing cocks, whereas before this experiment, I couldn't even stand the thought of one. That's probably a lie, but whatever. So a big difference there. Appearance-wise, I felt the biggest change. All today, I was feeling very curious about cross-dressing. Then I saw this picture, links it, and it just got to me. The whole addiction idea is very hard. Today is the only day of the week I get a lot of time alone to myself where I live. So I took advantage of this, and I just had to try on one of my sister's dresses just to see how it felt. It felt amazing, but I was disappointed because of how much of a man I look. All today, I was researching how to make your figure more feminine and found this workout. So I might give that a go for a bit and see the outcome. He links the workout as well, by the way. So this guy is documenting everything.
Yep.
Obviously, this shows a big change as I'm now experimenting with my body also to see how feminine I can get and still loving it. So what I will do tonight, I think I'll stick to just watching everything I can and try to make my way through all the hypnosis tapes I've got, because proper hypno audio can be very powerful. I'm going to go through all the videos that you sent me and have a big look through Tumblr, which reference. I'm finding some great stuff on there. I really love the flashing words and pictures hypno videos. This is the ones I was talking about.
Yep.
I really feel like they have a big effect. You really feel like your mind is changing as you watch them. If anyone knows any good ones like that, I'd love to see them. Love is big letters. Thank you for the comments, blah, 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 blah. And he also created a Tumblr page at that point. So, yeah. One of the things that struck me the most on day 4 was the fact that he noted that he felt disappointment.
Yeah, from looking like a male.
Yeah. So that's the point where it gets hazy towards dangerous. If you're not comfortable anymore with what you are, It's not because you weren't born that way. It's because something rewired your brain into you not wanting to be that.
Yeah, especially like basing on the assumption that before this he was perfectly happy as he was, and then he just decided to try this, like, and now it's like, oh no, I.
It's like a bad husband or wife beating his spouse every day, and then her or him thinking that is normal within a relationship. Because if it's not there, he's somewhat, or she is somewhat disappointed. Because their brain is now wired to the point of like, this is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So, this is clearly where like it already, day 1, 2, 3 to 4, it was already on the line. He was already borderline, like he was walking it. Like day 1, he was standing before it, but like anything beyond that, he was walking that line. I think this is the point where he just tips his toes completely, because he's not talking about a mental change anymore.
No, it's like a physical.
He's talking about not being happy with who he is anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I am suspicious that this person was not 100% comfortable how they were before. I don't know, like it seems too quick. Like sure, it's hypnotic and all that, but like 4 days, 3 days to get to that.
It's not like it's not like
jump.
We would go on a 2-hour spree to find a perfect video, Alex. You're talking about investing an entire night. It's he hasn't anything else to do. He's investing his entire time to this, to watching video after video. He's not smoking his first doobie here. He's inhaling an entire bag at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy's just fucking jumped it straight in the deep end. Just gone.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's not this, small fucking
baby steps.
Yeah. It's not.
No, it's definitely not.
So, day 5. Sorry, they're all BBC. These are the only what I could find.
When does he get a black boyfriend?
Probably pretty soon. I mean, at least has to be from the Congo or something.
It's going that way, right?
From the ways that I've known it, like Congo has the biggest dicks. So, if you have to go BBC, then go Congo or go home.
Exactly.
Anyway, day 5, the effects. The biggest change I'm noticing now is more the idea of being female. I follow loads of fashion blogs on Tumblr. Not because I like fashion, but I love to see all the different beautiful women in different outfits, if you get what I mean. But I'm not looking at them sexually. I'm now looking at them more as in jealousy. Instead of wanting to be with them, I now feel a craving to be them instead. I'm noticing that a lot as I go through my day, just seeing girls around, I'm admiring them, not checking them out. Just to quickly add also, cock just doesn't bother me now, to be honest. I used to hate it, couldn't stand the sight of another man's slippery serpent, but now I've seen so many and jerked off to so many from these videos. They just don't bother me at all. That's a good step. Appearance. Started my workout and I ache a lot. It takes a bit of exercise like this to show a difference, so I'll keep you updated on that. Today is the day I lost the stubble. I used to always like it. Made me feel manly. But these past few days I kept annoying me more and more. And I just kept wondering. I look prettier with no facial hair. The thoughts go so strong today that it is now fully gone. And I think I'm going to keep it that way. So, what will I do tonight? Tonight I've got prepared a big audio session. The videos are more fun, I'd say. They are visual and exciting. But audio tapes seem to have a stronger effect on how you actually act day to day. They seem more serious though. Only listen to proper Sissy hypno audio if you're serious about this and it's not just a fetish you will sometimes enjoy. I've got loads of tapes lined up today. All the ones I could get my hands on from Anna Malice and Mona Blue. Some others in there. So we'll see how much more of an effect these have than video. Also, my job in this world is actually Photoshop based, so I thought I'd use my knowledge and make some nice sissy captions photos for you. I keep seeing them on Tumblr, and I bet they're fun to make. Some will be added in tomorrow's diary. Thanks so much. I've created a Tumblr. Boom. That was day 5. So, besides pushing the female, like wanting to feel more female, he hasn't changed too much there.
No, just more wants to be female.
Yeah. But the big thing I've read in that was that he started saying the way he looked at women changed. Like, I actually understand. Like, I seriously think out of us 3, I would be the best subject to investigate this whole sissy hypno thing, because I can put myself in a place, honestly, where I look at a female and can honestly tell her what's wrong with her dress. It's the best thing about being bisexual is that the fact that you, like, I don't know, it's just you can get in that girly side of you, and you can genuinely tell her if her makeup looks good or not.
I don't even notice.
Yeah,
I don't even notice what clothes I wear.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Women don't think the way we think. They don't. They genuinely fucking don't. No. But it's a world of difference. It's not just little thing. It's a world of fucking difference. Yeah. That's why I thought I would be the best subject to cover this, because, like, I mean, I get that. I get looking at a woman in jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen women that I thought, like, oh God, this bitch will get it all and doesn't have to do anything for it. Like, I felt jealous for not being a woman, because, you know, some women, they just get handed everything. They don't have to do anything for it. And yeah, it is a very fucked up thing to say, but it is true nonetheless. Like, this is a reality. Some women don't have to do any fucking thing and get everything handed to them in life just because they hop the right cock. It doesn't work that way for men. I mean,
no.
I'm on this side of the spectrum.
Not unless you're banging like an 80-year-old granny.
Yeah,
and then
or
you
a
gotta
very
do that.
filthy rich gay guy with an old shrimply dick. Yeah. So, you know, I get that whole jealousy thing. Like, I got that. But it does show dangerous signs of a guy that was once, like 5 days ago, was just curious, to a guy that actually that is so fucking fast. 5 fucking days. Like, that is borderline. Like, again,
I mean, that's Monday. You start
dangerous.
Work Monday morning, and by Friday, you were perfectly happy being a guy, and by Friday, you're wearing your sister's dress and wanting to be female.
And, like, I wouldn't be surprised at the way he talks. I wouldn't be surprised if he, you know, wore female underwear just to have the feel of it throughout his day or something like that. Yep. You know, he did something sneaky that he didn't talk about. All right, well, let's keep going. Day 6, the effects. I keep mentioning in these diaries the thoughts getting stronger in my head. Today, all I could think about was being a woman. I literally could not get it out of my head. I found it so hard to keep it in and just carry on with my day. But in my head, I just want to run home, put on some cute outfit, and stare at sissy hypno videos till my brain had fully melted. It's quite scary, really, if you think about it. The difference from the start of this to now is massive. I can't go 5 minutes without thinking about dressing up like Sissy. I'm constantly on Tumblr going through all the pictures I can find. I just want to be a woman. It's unbearable. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I need to do what my mind says. Appearance? I'm taking my workout way more seriously now. I want to look as feminine as possible. I've started looking after my skin more now also. I want to be perfect and beautiful. So what will I do tonight? Tonight, I'm sticking to just watching every video I can. Still got loads of them to watch from the ones I've downloaded, and I aim to get near to the end of them all tonight. So just one after the other all night for me. I'm going to try and fit some hypno audio tapes on at the end because they have a massive effect. I'll also listen to the ones that you sent me. Can't wait. Also, I made some caption pictures. There's the first I've made, so hope they are all right. You can see them on Imgur here. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna see if I can fucking... I'm gonna let that load.
Watching your face.
Also, they will be on my Tumblr here. Yeah, I won't click that. If you want to share them, because fuck Tumblr. If you want to share them on your blog, there's only 3 for now. I think I'll do more every day. Hope you like them. Thank you so much for the comments and replies. Keep sending me clips. Yeah, this Imgur thing won't load as well. So you can see it clearly goes down the drain more fastly because he did brought up the fact that it's now not enough for him to be male anymore. He needs to, it's not wanting to be, he needs to be that female anymore.
Yeah.
Little scary. Sissy Diary, day 7. Forgetting who I am, plus more captions. Has been deleted. It's gone.
And he deleted that anymore. Day 7.
He deleted pretty much that whole day.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the title says it all. Forgetting who I am, plus captions.
Yeah.
So I genuinely think at that point he went too far.
Yeah, he probably realized like, what the fuck? Literally a week ago.
I genuinely don't condone his behavior. If you secretly like cock, I was once in that position too, and it's okay, all right?
Yeah.
What you do is you sit behind your computer and you can watch this stuff. Nobody will just delete your browser history. Nobody has to know. Just fucking watch it. It's okay.
Do that if you watch hetero porn as well.
Yeah, but don't, please don't do it to that extent. Because this guy literally changed his fucking wiring in his brain.
He was without any like guidance from a proper like psychologist or a counselor who was like, you should do this. He was just doing it to himself, and people were just feeding him on the internet like, here, watch this.
The end thing of this whole. And this is what I find disturbing, because now it's all like, oh yeah, it's about cock and liking cum and wanting to be a girl and blah 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 blah. Like, that's all fine. Like, she-males exist. I love a good she-male. If she got a good ass on her, like, I'll pound that pussy to tomorrow.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The whole sissy thing doesn't stop there. The end of the sissy line, so to speak, is when you find somebody who dominates you and tells you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because a good sissy is somebody that listens. And you might think to yourself like, oh, this entire idea is fun, and it is. But when it gets to the point of you being controlled by your own thoughts, and then some other jerk off comes into your life and tells you what to do, then you're basically giving your human self to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you shouldn't do, unless, of course, it's in a very trusty environment. One big question about that, though: how well can a person be trusted?
I mean, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trust someone to do that personally. So
that's basically being a cum bucket for somebody. And I get the allure of that. Like, I genuinely get it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you are a cum bucket to somebody with no way back. There's no reverse hypnotizing.
Yeah.
unless you go to a specialist. And what are you going to tell him?
And
You're going to tell him that you watched so many fucking videos that you now cannot stop going through a day without fucking eating a pig's cum or whatever you fucking want to. That's when it gets that's the dangerous part, is that you get invested that much in this world. So it's fine to be into this shit. Do it moderately, I guess, is what I wanted to be clear.
Well, don't be like this guy on day 7 where he's like forgetting who I am. Like when you were literally changing who you are, and not because you were unhappy at the time, just because you're like, oh, this is curious. Then it's
from the perspective of somebody who's watched some of these videos and went through the whole process and talked to the people that actually do this and the DOMs. If you want to completely do it, then do it in a safe environment. Look up actual fucking places. Like I genuinely I couldn't. If you wanna be involved in this, dude. If I swear to God, if there's any fucking trolls out there that are gonna go on there, I'm gonna fucking destroy you guys, because I genuinely like these people. They're good people. But in Discord, I'm gonna say, should I say the name?
Yeah, why not?
Of this, yeah, it's called Unicornia. So it's UNICORNIA.
Yeah, I don't think you can join it without an invite link anyway, right? Because it's Discord.
Yeah, but you can find it freely online. It's like, it's just, but yeah. If you want a safe environment with good people, genuine good people that can give you advice on how to do it moderately, and like even like if you're already at that point where you want to feel more like a girl and blah 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 blah, you know, these people, they help each other. They're good people. They're genuinely good people. So that's the server I joined. I had a very good experience with these people because they were very open to me. Like I even came in there and said like, look, I'm straight. I'm bi, like I'm good with guys and girls, but like that's not what I'm here. And they were very curious of why I was there, and like started asking questions and had a very good conversation with like 4 or 5 of them at the same time. These are very helpful people. If you are gonna be into it, then do it safely. Then I would suggest that specific Discord channel. I don't know any others, so I'm not going to suggest them. There might be others. If there are others, then please let us know.
I think we can all agree, whatever you do, don't do what this guy on Reddit did and sit there pumping your brain full non-stop all night, every day, videos, audio tapes, continuously.
It's important that we bring it's important that we bring this to light, because a curiosity can become an addiction so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And this indicates it perfectly. Like for the life of me, I couldn't find a better example than this guy. Having day 7 scratch out of nowhere with a title like "Forgetting Who I Am"
within 7 days.
It's a slap in 7 fucking days. It's a slap in the fucking face. I'm curious of what he would have written there, but like I don't think we'll ever know.
I wonder if the Wayback Machine has it.
Maybe.
But
maybe. I don't know. Well, at any rate. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. I thought it was a very interesting subject. It's something that I don't think there's ever been a podcast about this.
If there has, I mean, probably not many.
But like, if you listen to this show, then you definitely know we don't look down on sluts. We've all had our slutty period. We've talked about it in the past, and we're okay with everything that happens. But
we're not prudes
when
or
it
anything.
comes, when it comes to your safety,
I think especially mental,
it's important.
Like,
that's
it'd be interesting to almost like revisit this one day if we could get like someone who is a psychologist on and actually ask them like, how do you see like what this guy in particular, just this like what he was doing, and like how long do you think it would take you with therapy to like undo, like. If this guy, honestly, this guy got himself to that point in a week, how long would you need now to reverse to get him back?
Honestly, I think I'm not gonna say anything about it. But the thing is, from my perspective, but I've been groomed for years because before I was fully bisexual and like acknowledged that I was bisexual, I was groomed for like 4 years to be that way. So like it wasn't in a week, but like if you would put all that experience in 1 week, I don't think there's a coming back from this.
Yeah,
I think
right.
there's always gonna be a part of you that secretly, it would be like your little side thing.
Well, maybe like or like an alcoholic, right? Like they're never fully, or drug addicts. You're never actually fully recovered. You might not have done it for 20 years, but there's always that thing at some point that almost pushes you to want to do it, and you will always have that, like forever.
Yeah, I guess.
But you just learn to control those like moments, and like no, like, and you understand when they're going to happen, and you can push yourself away from it. But you're never really cured.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's an so look, whoever listens to this, if you're interested in, just know that there is a very big chance of you not coming back from this, not the same way you were. I mean, I'm immediately thinking about people that living in less than tolerable countries, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like here in Belgium, if somebody does that, like it's fine, You don't have to be a cum bucket in the middle of the street. Like police will come arrest you.
Yeah, of course.
Which is pretty normal. Yeah. But what you do behind closed doors is your opinion, is your own thing. So you do what you want. The thing is, be a cum bucket in moderation.
Yeah, and don't watch videos 12 hours a fucking day to force yourself to do that. And always, like, I know a lot of young kids are into this because a lot of the guys I talk to were actually pretty young. That are like 19, 21, 22 and shit like that. If you're gonna do this and some older guy of 40 years old is telling you to be his cute little fucking don't. Like if you're 22, then go to about 30 years old and you'll be fine. You'll have a person that still understands your generation. Anything above that, I'm afraid there's a lot of fucking perverts out there. Yeah. So be careful and take care of yourself. Yeah. If you want to be somebody's cum slut or whatever, just do it, but pick the right. Like, don't fucking, don't fuck yourself. Don't fuck yourself over for a little bit of cum. There's like 2 milliliters coming out there. Exactly. Or something. So it's not worth it. And if you want to force yourself to convert, listen to the At Random podcast for 12 hours a day to convert to be a listener of the show. It's a much healthier addiction.
You'll only be racist after that.
But slightly more intelligent at the same time. Go work that one out. It's a strange paradox, I know.
Yeah.
But
no, at least they'll get some good laughs out of it. Look, yeah, just be safe out there, people. Enjoy your fetishes, but enjoy them within the moderation that is sane, and don't drive yourself to the point where there's no coming back. Always take that one little precautionary space between you and the fully tipped over version of you, to keep that safe distance away from never returning to who you once were if you need to be, because you never know where you're going to be. I mean, for all we know, this guy could have had a mental breakdown because he couldn't take it and ended up killing himself.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a perfect fucking possibility.
Yeah, or have anxiety and things like that.
Yeah. He literally rewired his brain to a standard that he could never be.
Yeah.
I mean, he could with surgery and shit like that, but who would go that far for a little bit of porn?
Well, if you fuck your brain up, you might be enough, you might be in a mental space where you think that that's perfectly fine.
But with the money you can buy that surgery, you could also buy a boat. So the choice is yours, listeners.
It is.
Boats and hoes, or just be in a hoe.
Buy boats, don't do porn.
No, do porn. I want to see, no. If you're going to do porn, then tag us in it. Post it on Twitter.
Send us your OnlyFans page. We'll shout it out.
And your login.
Hook us up with a subscription.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys found it just as interesting as I did. It's a new world that went open to me. And I want to thank the people over at the Discord server Unicornia for being so indulgent with me and talking to me about this whole fucking universe that apparently exists besides our reality. Because I know a couple of them will be listening. Yeah, thank you so much for like indulging me in my quest to find out more about this. You're absolute fucking champs, and I genuinely, you are the best people I've talked to in communities for a fucking long time. You're honest to God, you're good people. So thank you for all the good information you gave me. Thank you, by the way, for the links towards the Reddit page and the guy to tell me his story, so I would know that happened. Also, thank you, Margie or Margot, was it? Yeah, it was Margot. Yeah, thank you for your story. This is a little side note that only she will understand, but like nonetheless, just tag in there. All will be well, and you take care of yourself, okay? And on that lovely note, I guess we can say that we have an Instagram page, which is @random.podcast. That is AT.
Yes, I think so.
AT.random.podcast. And we got a Twitter page as well, which is
Twitter is AT_randompod. So that is @_randompod.
Oh, and in case you didn't know, we didn't say it last episode, but we already changed it up. We are now posting no longer Mondays, but we are posting Tuesdays.
Yes.
But our recording sessions will keep going on Sunday.
Yeah.
So whoever joins the Discord server, you will find us over there on Sundays, ready to record. All right. Oh, I guess on that lovely note, I will see you all next week. And Alex,
I hope you listen to 12 hours a day of At Random Podcast after listening to this. Just keep going through the catalog. Keep it going.
There you go. All right.
Do it.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.